It's lonely. I can't connect with other men. It's like people trying to introduce me, but it's just when it's not the same, it's not the same. So I'm going to do it different this time. I'm going to be alone until I'm whole. And then when I'm whole, then I will, open myself back up so I don't make the same mistake again. When you go through a bad enough breakup, you're like, I don't like nobody. Like, you're like, I don't like nobody. I was sitting there, I was like, do I like women enough? Can I get with a woman? Like, who can come in and fill this void? Like, oh my God, somebody. I have got to be able to sit with someone and feel a part of what I felt with him. But I don't yet. It'll come. It'll come.
So the people who I'm talking to now, it's just two. I've narrowed it down to two. Okay. And he is nice and she is nice.
Do both.
But I really just wanted to make sure that these were normal people. And what I talked about with my therapist the other day was, I'm having a hard time opening up because they're not narcissists. And guess what narcissists do? They love bomb you. They do everything. They look perfect. They mirror you. And these people are not. They're challenging me. They're asking me questions. They're not letting me walk over them. They aren't just doing whatever they need to do to get into the relationship. And so I'm not feeling safe enough to open up yet. And so what I have to do is realize, if you want something different, you have to also be different. I have to soften up a bit. I have to not expect a lot of elaborate things and overbombing. I have to expect someone to call me out from time to time.
I was just watching Nneka's video, and in fact, I'm going to put a clip from it out front about Portia Williams complaining about her, I guess, her breakup. And that's not the issue that I want to talk about, because that's not what irritates me. It's not what she said per se. It's not even that she's emotional per se. The thing is, she is 44 years old. She's a middle-aged to old woman, sounding like a freaking 20-year-old, crying like a 20-year-old, confused like a 20-year-old. And this is really starting to get on my nerves, because sometimes I don't know what it is about black women. And I've heard women in their 50s, 60s, and sometimes even 70s, man. It's like they can't figure it out. They can't figure it out. Like, I'm in my 60s, man. It's pretty simple. When I was in my 40s, it's simple. Relationships are not that hard. They really aren't. And I used to think when I was younger, it was the men that made it hard. It's not. It's the women that make it hard. And the older they get, the harder they make it. It's not that freaking hard. You're going because women lack excitement and novelty or whatever the hell they lack. Whatever the hell they lack. They make relationships so freaking hard. Black women make relationships so freaking hard. Maybe they should have it in the contract, right? Every 7 to 10 years, they're going to get themselves a different man. Maybe Diane Williams has it correct. Black women are not happy with the same man over a long period of time. Maybe every 5 years. The black community needs to adopt that. When you get married or you couple up, you have it in your contract after 5 years. You have a prenup before you get married, or before you have a partnership. And every 5 years or every 10 years, you said, hey, we're going to break up and you're going to go find somebody new. You're going to figure out what you're going to do with the kids. We're going to break up, minimum amount of child support. or the man keeps the kids or whatever, and she go find somebody, and it's probably better for the man to keep the kids and let her go. Go find your new man, because it's the same crap every time they break up. I am getting so sick of hearing middle-aged and old black women complain about freaking relationships like they're 20. I really am. You're not freaking 20 years old. You are not. By the time you get to be 30, 40 years old, you're sure to figure it out. It's not that freaking hard. You pick the right partner, you weigh out the pros and cons, and you make the trade-offs and you live with it. The vast majority of men do not like to change that much. The vast majority of men like to find their pocket. They like to find what works and stick with it. All this unstableness that women crave, but they know they can't have, because as soon as something goes awry and the stuff falls because you took too big a risk, then they want to bounce and blame you. It used to be the stableness was a factor, because to actually fall out of stableness and fall on the street was too hard. So women squashed this stuff down. Even though they might have been bored, they knew that them streets was waiting. And so they kept their freaking mouth shut. Now that they can wander from man to man, from relationship to relationship, all of a sudden that's what they want. But they still want men to invest 100% into them, right? Don't work that way. No wonder men are walking away from freaking marriage. Nobody's going to invest 100% into something that's only temporary. Nobody's going to remodel an apartment building that they rent. They're not, because it's temporary. That's the trade-off. You get a break because you didn't buy it, you don't own it, you don't got to take care of it because it belongs to somebody else. And somebody else controls it. So when I hear somebody middle-aged, is 44 years old, sounding like she's a teenager, a freaking teenager, when the hell are you going to grow up and sound like a grown-up? All that confusion and tearing and crying. Woman, you have been dating since you were freaking 15 years old. You ain't figured it out yet? And you get out in public. I might go date a woman instead of a man. Who cares? So the same thing with Aisha Curry. Woman, you're 36 years old with 4 kids, with a great life, and you're still complaining. You still ain't figured it out yet. Now, you want to stay in that life and take all the benefits, or you want to roll the dice and go bounce. It's really that simple. Getting sick of this. Y'all too freaking old. This freaking delayed childhood that millennials are going through. You're too freaking old. You're not 15. You're not 18. You're not 20. You're 44 years old. You're almost 50. You'll be retired in another 10 years. You'll be retired in another 10 years. In another 30, you'll be dead. You're almost ready for your AARP card. She's 44. In 5 years, they're going to be sending her an AARP card, telling you that you're old. You're still talking the same crap. Still talking the same crap. I don't want to hear it. Shut the hell up. Do your job. Live your life. Make your compromises. And stop whining. I'm hearing too much freaking whining on the net by women, especially black women, especially middle-aged black women. You should have figured out life by now. You had 40 years to figure out life. You don't start figuring out life when you're 40. You start figuring out life when you're 2. And as a kid, as you grow up, you start figuring stuff out. By the time you're 18, you should have something figured out by then. By the time you're 30, you should know who you are. By the time you're 40, it should be old school. You're supposed to be giving back and teaching people, not still be confused at 40 years old. It's pissing me off. No wonder men don't want to get involved with y'all. There's no way you can go through 44 years and still be freaking confused about life. In life, that's easy. It's not like you struggling. It's not like you pushing a cart. I hear more wisdom and sensibility from homeless women pushing a freaking cart. Getting these privileged people. Get you a man that loves you, is going to settle down with you, and is going to be with you and make you happy. Okay? You're not going to get that billionaire. You're too freaking old to get that billionaire. You know that. If you didn't get that billionaire when you was in your 20s, mid-20s, you're not going to get it at 44, 20 years later. Find a man that's going to be happy with you, that you're going to be happy with, and settle the freak down and stop all this complaining. And if you want to be alone, be alone. Be freaking alone. Stop crying all the freaking time. A man in his mid-40s cannot do all this crying. A man in his 40s will get castigated for crying and being immature about relationships. Most men in their 40s, by the time you get 40, you know what? You know what you want. You might not be able to get it, but you know what you want. And by the time you get close to 50, hey, you don't want all the headaches. You don't want nobody crying and whining that they're not happy. Nobody gives a damn. Nobody gives a damn if you're not happy. Nobody cares that you're not happy. Happiness is an inside job. You should be meditating on the mat, doing morning rituals. You should be the happiest person on the planet in your mid-40s because you figured life out. I'm getting sick of these bitter black broads whining on social media because they're in their 40s and 50s and they ain't happy. Go find you a spiritual teacher. Get yourself calm. Sit your ass on a mat. Do some meditation and center yourself and find out who you really are, because you should have done that in your 20s. You should have evolved in your 30s. By the time you get 40, you should be centered, crying like a 20-year-old. Get the entire hell out of here with that crap, man. Getting sick of that. And black men, y'all should be sick of it too. Why do you guys accept somebody that old that should have been settled? You should be bouncing your grandkids off your knee. That's why they used to tell me, get her pregnant, let her start having kids in her 20s. So by the time she gets 40, she done been through all that stuff. Crying like a teenager. Man, I get on my daughter about that crap. My daughter come asking me about relationships. First time I tell you, you already know. Stop whining to me like you don't know. You know what you trading off. You know why you with that guy. You know what you're trading off. You know what you're giving up. And you know the upsides and downsides. Is that person worth you being with? If so, shut the hell up and make it do what it do. Or cut it off and go find you somebody else. It ain't that freaking hard. It ain't that freaking hard. I had an ex, man, give me a reach back like a year and a half ago. Whining and crying. We're in our freaking 60s. What are you whining about? You're talking to me. I know what the hell is wrong with you. I know what you like. I know your quirks. I know what the hell is wrong with you. What are you whining to me about? And acting like I don't know you. I know you inside out. In fact, I probably know you better than you know yourself. Tell me what you need. Tell me what's happening with you. Be upfront and let's get that out of the way. Trying to pretend like I'm gonna gloss over something. Be direct. You're too old for that. There's one thing you should be is direct when you get past 40. All that, well, you know I feel. I don't hear all that crap. I feel. You know what the game is. You know what you know what you don't know. If you don't know, listen. If you don't know, ask. Stop projecting what you should have gotten. We'll hear all that. When it comes down to your personal relationship, it should be pretty straightforward.